What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are going to be taking on the brand new Super Evolution Island to evolve your NL Legend character. Obviously, the Suga Fest is live right now as well. You can go ahead and spend 80 gems to get guaranteed NL, and then you can farm this island to go ahead and get his skulls to super evolve him. Now, this island, honestly, is pretty tricky on 50 stamina, and I don't expect many people to go ahead and farm the 50 stamina version. I actually did a miniature stream last night where I directly just farmed this until I evolved my NL, and a lot of people in the chat were saying, and from what I've seen online, it seems like the drop rates for the 30 stamina and the 40 stamina version are actually really good as well. So even if you can't beat the 50 stamina, I would highly suggest farm the 30 stamina or farm the 40 stamina, because the drop rates are actually not even that bad. Also, even if you don't have Legend NL, I would still highly suggest you guys to go ahead and farm this up, as when you do pull him in the future, or if you pull him in the future, you can directly super evolve him, and you want to do that because his 6+ version is immensely more powerful compared to his original 6-star form. Go ahead and click the card at the top of the video if you guys wanted to see the breakdown of 6+ NL if you guys have missed it. And I just want to say before we get into this as well is that there are two teams in this video. One team, huge shout out to Imperio OPTC for developing this team when it came out on the JP side of the game. This team was the team that I used to farm it, the V2 Flamengo team, and the secondary team in this video is going to be the Shanks team, which I also have built to give you guys a little bit more variety. But anyways, enough of the chit chat, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so the first team that we're going to be talking about is going to be the V2 Shanks team, of course, heading into this dungeon. So I just want to go ahead and give you guys the full rundown of what to expect when you enter the 50 stamina version of this dungeon. Now remember, on the lower stamina, the 30 and 40 stamina, they're going to be much less health thresholds, and they're going to have, I think their specific debuffs might not last as long, barriers might not be as long, etc. So just expect that whatever you see in here in the 50 stamina version, it'll be much easier to beat on the 30 and 40 stamina difficulties. So the first two stages are just basic fodder stages, allowing you to go ahead and try and stall as much as you possibly can, although you got to remember you do get the lightning effect every 3 turns, and I don't actually remember off the top of my head how much damage that it does. 650 damage, there you go on screen right there, 650 damage per unit. However, if you have an NL unit or a Luffy unit, that character will not take damage. So stage 3 here, we have the story mode NL. This NL on 50 stamina has 1.1 million HP, and he will preemptively paralyze your crew for 2 turns, and he will continuously paralyze your crew for 2 turns at the end of the second turn. So this means that having a unit like a Sailor ability that can remove 1 turn of paralysis is going to be so key here, and you'll see why this is really good when we use the Doflamingo team, because it means that you actually get a free turn to go ahead and attack him, because if you don't have any unit that can remove paralysis, you'll continuously paralyze until you clear this room. Also, I would suggest to clear this NL once your paralysis is on a 1-turn cooldown, otherwise you'll take paralysis into stage 4. The next stage after this one is going to be the Strength Colosseum NL. He has 1.12 million HP, and he will preemptively go ahead and give your crew a 3-turn attack down debuff, and at the end of each turn, he will randomly shuffle your orbs around. But the good thing about all of these stages of NL is that you can get them at any health threshold, and they don't actually do anything. It's just that the preemptive attacks are just really annoying to deal with. So he has 3 turns of attack down, and he will shuffle your orbs at the end of each turn. Nothing really too difficult here. Also, the attack down that he does give you isn't actually that significant. If I had to guess, I would say it's about a 50% attack reduction. So you can actually kill him through the attack down. Make sure not to kill him on the first turn when you have 3 turns of attack down. Otherwise, you will carry that into the next room. So I would suggest to kill him once your attack down is on a 1 or a 2-turn cooldown. So once you go ahead and take down this NL, you're going to be moving on to stage 5. So stage 5 is going to be the Raid NL, the Quick Blue Raid NL. He is going to have approximately 1.4 million health, and the Blue NL will go ahead and have a debuff protector, so you can't reduce his defense, you can't delay him, and also he has a shield that will reduce the damage taken from Strength, Quick, and Dex enemies on, or any crew member on your crew that's Strength, Dex, or Quick. They're going to do less damage to this NL right here. Also, after the end of the first turn, he's going to special bind your entire crew for 3 turns. For 2 turns, my bad. So I would suggest here, if you want to go ahead and have a special for stage 6, and I would suggest having a special for stage 6, that I would go ahead and kill this NL once your special bind is on a 1-turn cooldown. However, if you are on this stage for too long, he will actually go ahead and special bind your crew once again. So so I would definitely suggest trying to take him down as quick as possible, because he does attack every single turn, and you do have to take the lightning damage as well. So definitely kill him once your special bind is on a 1-turn cooldown. Moving on from that, we have stage 6, which is the Neo Clash NL. He only has about 500,000 HP, but the thing is, he has a 2 perfect hit barrier that lasts for 1 turn, and he also has a high defense value. So you need to bring a character that can remove his defense or do enough damage to basically break his defense, and also bringing some sort of barrier reducer might also help here as well, because his defense is significantly high. So having a really good boost to take him down is going to be good. And the thing is that when you actually, if you don't kill him, he will instantly kill you, and you cannot bring any special that is a damage reduction effect because he will remove that. But now we move on to the final stage here. This NL has 8 million health, and he actually has a 99 turn debuff protector, a 3-turn damage threshold. So you need to bring someone to remove the threshold, otherwise you will just not be able to kill him. Or if you have Blackbeard as a captain, that can also help as well. Also, similar to the last NL, if you use any special ability that will go ahead and reduce damage on your side of the field, he will clear that. So you got to make sure you don't bring any type of special like that. And when you end up killing this NL, he's going to revive with around 400,000 health. He's going to have a 26 hit combo barrier for a turn. He despairs both of your captains for 5 turns. He will go ahead and make strength, dex, and quick characters have their specials binded for 20 turns, and also paralyzes your left column for 2 turns, will special bind your right column for 2 turns. Just basically make sure that you have a way to get rid of paralysis and get rid of your despair, and you'll be able to take him down relatively easily from there. Or you can bring someone like the Recruit Sugar or Invasion Garb to just pop his special on the actual revive, and you'll instantly kill him from there. But yeah, definitely this NL is going to be causing a lot of issues for a lot of people, and it's just really annoying trying to fit as many characters on your crew as possible to deal with not only stage 7, the final stage, but also having a unit that you can either reduce defense or break the barrier of the stage 6 Kai NL, because he can also be quite annoying to deal with as well. So the secondary team you guys are seeing here obviously is going to be the V2 Flamengo team. Shout out to Imperio OPTC. Link to his channel will be down below in the description. Make sure you go ahead and check him out. But this team, I would say, is for me personally the easiest team for me to use for what I have in my character box. Depending on what you have, you know, it's going to be a little bit different. If you have characters like V2 Akainu, he can definitely clear this a lot easier because of that end and turn damage. You just get immediately like an additional 2 million damage just off the bat. So V2 Akainu is definitely one of the better units to use for this run as well. Luffy and Ace, I know can definitely clear this. If you have Blackbeard, you can actually run a lot of different friend captains like Gear 4 Luffy and stuff like that. So that is also an option. You could actually run V2 Doflamingo on this team as well if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to run a V2 Doflamingo friend captain with your own Blackbeard, that could potentially work as well. So yeah, that's another option. And I know another team that is actually extremely fast that clears this is also V2 Sanji. He just does a lot of natural damage to where, like, you know, you can do like 2 million plus damage without even activating a special ability with Sanji's team. So he's definitely one of the other options that you could use if you do have him. However, it is really dependent on what kind of rare recruits you have, of course. And, you know, you got to make sure you have the right units to deal with the special effects of this particular island. Typically, you can actually make it through this island without having to activate any special ability up until stage 6. So remember, on stage 6, make sure to have a way to either like reduce the barrier or to bring a really high defense reducer on the enemy so you can break through their defense and kill them much more easier. And then remember on stage 7 to have an ability to get rid of damage threshold or damage limiter on the enemy so you can actually deal damage to them. And then also remember on the revive, you need to have a way to get rid of paralysis and special bind. In some cases, you can get away with not having that, but typically, depending on your team, you know, you want to get rid of paralysis and the despair that gets put on your crew. So those are the things that I would suggest to you guys for beating this. But remember, even if you cannot beat the 50 stamina version of this dungeon, do not worry. You can farm the 30 and 40 stamina, which from my knowledge at the moment, it seems like they actually have a pretty good drop rate. So I would suggest doing that if you cannot beat the 50 stamina version. And do not be disheartened if you can't beat it, because yes, it is extremely difficult. I tried to build a Katakuri team for like at least 2 hours. I was going straight out for 2 hours to try and build a Katakuri team for this, but for my character box, I was unable to do so. I also was trying to build a Guild Tesoro team as well, and I just really couldn't figure out a team that could clear this effectively enough to be, you know, warranted to be put in the video. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about the NL Island. Make sure to farm this up, even if you don't have NL Legend. Farm up 5 copies of this skull, so when you do, or if you do pull him in the future, you can super evolve him straight away. But anyways, that's been it for me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.